Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing You Can Edit This Laundry Edition. So I'm going to be showing you how you can make a super cute edit of your doll doing some laundry. So I'm up late doing this video and I have an appointment in the morning, so that's pretty cool. But I really wanted to get this video out for you guys. So yeah, I'm giving my YouTube channel another shot. I kind of just want to see how it goes and just kind of have more fun with it because it's something I really like to do. So yeah, with that being said, let's move on to the intro. Now let's go over what you need for this photo. The first thing you're going to need is a photo of your doll, and that is all you. I'm going to help you with the rest of them, but you have to take a photo of your doll. So you can take her in any pose that you like. I did mine holding a little laundry basket with some clothes. You could do yours maybe holding a piece of clothes or something, or she could just be in a plain position or pose, however you think is best, because it is your photo. Next, you're going to need a photo of the American Girl washing machine. That is on the American Girl website. I have it linked in the description box, so just take a screenshot of that and you'll be ready to go. Next is optional, but I used a flower background just to make it a little more pretty. And to do that, you can use a photo of any flowers you like. A good place to look is Unsplash, which gives you free to use photos. So that is a good place to check out for a flower photo, but if you don't want to do that, that's totally fine too. Next, you're going to need a floor photo, and that's just the floor what your doll is going to be standing on. I have one linked in the description box, but if you can find a better one, that is totally up to you. And I didn't include this on the screen, but you will need a bubble overlay just to make the photo a little more fun and add some bubbles. I have one linked in the description box, but of course, if you can find a better one, that's up to you as well. So yeah, those are the main things you're going to need. And yeah, so let's get into the editing. Alright, so you can see here that I am using Photoshop, but of course you can use whatever editing app or software you like to use. Anything that can make a mask, because we will be masking out the washing machine, will be fine. So PixArt or superimpose on the phone if you don't have Photoshop and a laptop, that will work just fine. Or you can use Photoshop just like me. So whatever works for you. I'll try my best to explain and you can try to follow along on your app. So you can see here I took the photo of the flowers and I dragged it onto the photo of the floor. So the photo of the floor you can get, it's linked in the description box below, but of course if you find a better one you can use that. And the photo of the flowers you can get from Unsplash or anywhere you get your photos. Sorry for the long awkward pauses. I kind of took a break while editing and left it filming, so that's just kind of what that is. But I did speed it up so it doesn't take so long because the video was initially like 30 minutes, but it cut down to 15 minutes, so that's better. So here we go. We got the photo of the washing machine. You're just going to crop it down so it's just the washing machine and not all of the extra stuff that came in the screenshot. So you can see that's what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to be making a mask of the washing machine, so I'm using the quick selection tool. You'll see that I'm very picky about how my mask looks, and I do it over and over again until I get it right. So I'm sorry, but I just do it a bunch of times, but you'll see that I'm clicking each one, because when you use the selection tool you just click each one that you want masked and then you click on the top select and mask, and yeah, that's how you do it. Not too bad, not too hard. Because of the white background it makes it really easy to make a nice clean mask. I'm trying to look on PixArt right now. It looks like the tool would be the cutout tool on PixArt. So you just use the cutout tool and outline the object to cut, it says. So here's me just doing my mask over and over again and then readjusting on the background. I'm very picky about how it looks, so you'll see that I do it over and over again, so just enjoy that. You'll probably get yours done faster than I will. Alright, I think this is the last time, but I'm not sure. I think this is where I've got my mask looking good. Oh, maybe not yet. Sorry guys, I really was particular about how this mask looked. I'm sorry. So just move the washing machine wherever you want it to be in the photo. Kind of try to make it the right size to how your doll is going to be. So I made the doll a little bit bigger because it is a bitty baby washing machine. So I just made it a little bit smaller. Here I'm using a blur tool and I'm blurring the layer of the flowers so it's not so harsh in your face. And now I'm adding shadows using the burn tool. And I'm kind of burning the floor to make it look like the stuff is really there. So just kind of use whatever tool that you have to make it darker underneath the washing machine. Now I merged it all together and I'm going ahead and opening up the photo of my doll. Now I'm going to make a mask of my doll, again using the quick selection tool. So I'm just dragging over the doll and clicking the doll. And making sure I get the sock in there and the laundry basket. So just make a mask of your doll using the same cutout tool on PixArt or the same quick selection tool on Photoshop. Now I'm just sizing her to the washing machine. It takes me a while to just kind of play with where I want her. Alright, now I turned the opacity of the doll down. This is a completely optional step that you don't have to do, but I'm going to cut out the doll's foot so that it looks like this, I don't know what that is, this box of fabric softener or fabric sheets, whatever they're called, is in front of her just to make it look a little more realistic, like she's really in there. But that is completely optional. But if you want to do that, just use your cutout tool and yeah, do that. Here I'm using the eraser tool and I'm just erasing around her head a little bit because there's kind of a glow and that makes it look a little bit fake. So I'm just erasing that glow around her head. Alright, so here I'm just, sometimes I just stop and I look at my photos, so I'm sorry, that's kind of what I was doing. I was just stopping and looking, and I think it looks pretty good so far. There's a few more things we have to do. Alright, next we are going to, I'm going into the camera raw filter and I'm editing just the doll. I'm editing her just so she looks a little more like in the picture. So I'm fixing her lighting, her texture, her clarity. So however you can fix the doll just to make her look like she's edited properly, like she's bright enough and she has enough contrast, just do that. If you're using Photoshop, I use the camera raw filter. So that's what I do, and here I'm erasing more of the glow around her head just so she looks a little more seamlessly into the photo. Then I'm just adding shadows around her feet and behind her using the burn tool again. Next, I'm using the dodge tool and I'm brightening up her face. So the dodge tool is the opposite of the burn tool, so I'm just using that to brighten up her face a little bit so it stands out. Then I'm going to use the burn tool again to make her eyes a little darker because they're, oh, here you can see I accidentally used the distortion tool instead of the burn tool, so that's what that was. But you can see I'm just going to make the eyes a little bit darker with the burn tool so that they stand out a little more. Now I merged it all down so it's all one complete layer now. Here I saw that the cutout on the legs was bad, so I'm going to go ahead and blur the legs, which is completely optional. You don't have to do this part, but it kind of draws your attention to the face because the bottom is blurred. So I'm using the tilt shift blur from the blur gallery. But whatever you use to blur, I know there are blur options on PixArt, so you can use that. Here I'm opening up my bubble overlay. I have one linked down below in the description box, but of course you look on the internet, just search bubble overlays and find your own. You might find one that's a little better. I'm going to erase the bubbles around the face so that her face still stands out. So I just kind of erased all of the ones around her face. Here I'm just messing around with turning the visibility of the bubbles off and on. That's what I was doing there. Now we're going to do camera raw filter, and this is just all about the style of the photo and how you like to edit it. So maybe you like it bright and airy, maybe you like it dark and moody. That's kind of just your preference and how you like to edit your photos. For this photo I was going for a dark and moody look because of the flowers in the background being gray and dark. So here I am changing the vibrance and the temperature, and I'm making it cooler, and I'm using the color grading tool and I'm making it everything more blue toned. I like to move the distortion up so it kind of makes the photo pop a little more, makes her come kind of out further towards you. I put a vignette on it and I put high clarity. I also use the noise reduction tool to make it just a little bit more smooth. So here is the finished product. I then like to run my photo through Lightroom and add like a preset or a filter, but that's completely up to you and how you like to edit your photos. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you next time. Bye!